You stand at the edge of a precipice, looking down into the abyss. The shadows of your past haunt you, and the burdens of your present weigh heavily on your shoulders. But let me tell you this, you possess the power to shape your destiny. You possess the strength to cultivate empathy, a force that can transcend the darkest trials and forge connections that will carry you through the fiercest storms. As I speak to you today, channel the spirit of Freya, the goddess of love and fertility, who teaches us that empathy is the bridge to understanding, the gateway to healing, and the root of our true strength. You may ask, what is empathy? It is not merely a fleeting feeling. It is the ability to put yourself in another's shoes, to see the world through their eyes. Imagine Freya, standing in a field of blooming flowers, each petal a life story. Every story is unique, every pain valid. To cultivate empathy, you must first acknowledge that everyone carries their own burdens. Just as Freya tended to the earth, nurturing each flower, you must nurture your understanding of others. This is your first lesson, listen. Listen without judgment, without interruption. In a world that often prioritizes noise over silence, be the one who embraces stillness. Think back to a time when you were in pain or struggling. Remember how it felt to be misunderstood, how you yearned for someone to simply hear you. Now consider that everyone around you has experienced similar moments. You can be that voice of understanding, that beacon of hope. Practice this daily. Engage with people in your life, friends, family, even strangers. Ask them how they are, not just as a formality, but with genuine curiosity. Make it a habit to delve deeper. You'll find that these conversations can illuminate the darkest corners of your own heart and lead to profound connections. Now let's talk about conflict. You, like me, may find yourself facing adversaries, whether they are external foes or internal demons. In the heat of battle, it's easy to let rage dictate your actions. But what if I told you that the greatest victory lies not in the defeat of others, but in the resolution of conflicts through understanding? Picture this, an intense standoff, two warriors, swords drawn, but instead of clashing, they lower their weapons. They engage in dialogue. They listen to each other's stories. By cultivating empathy, you disarm your enemies and pave the way for reconciliation. This is your second lesson. In every conflict, find common ground. The very act of empathizing with your adversary can transform enmity into alliance. Freya, a warrior in her own right, taught us the importance of nurturing relationships. She faced her own battles, not with mere strength, but with compassion. As you cultivate empathy, remember to nurture your own relationships. Be the protector of those you love. Show them that their feelings matter. When your friends or family confide in you, offer support without rushing to solve their problems. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply be present. This is your third lesson, practice compassion. It can be as simple as sending a message to check on someone, offering a shoulder to cry on, or celebrating their victories, no matter how small. In the realm of the gods, the most powerful alliances are forged in moments of vulnerability. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable with others, you open the door to deeper connections. Share your own struggles. Show that even the mightiest warrior has weaknesses. This vulnerability creates a safe space for others to share their burdens as well. You build a fortress of trust and understanding. This is your fourth lesson, embrace vulnerability. Let your guard down and invite others to do the same. Now let's address the realm of forgiveness. In my own journey, I have carried the weight of vengeance and the pain of loss. But true strength lies not in retribution, but in the ability to forgive, both others and yourself. Freya's teachings remind us that holding on to anger only binds you to the past. Forgiveness is not a gift you give to others, it is a gift you give to yourself. Let go of the grudges that poison your spirit. This is your fifth lesson, practice forgiveness. Release the chains of resentment, and you will find that you have freed yourself to embrace a future filled with possibility. You may wonder, how can I make this part of my daily life? Start small. Every day, reflect on your interactions. When conflicts arise, pause and consider the perspectives of others involved. Practice active listening. Offer genuine apologies when needed. Challenge yourself to empathize with those you find difficult to understand. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. Soon, cultivating empathy will be as instinctual as drawing your weapon in battle. Let's not forget the power of gratitude. Freya is often associated with abundance, and in her spirit, recognize that gratitude can enhance your empathy. Every day, take a moment to reflect on what you are grateful for. This shifts your perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance. When you appreciate what you have, you become more attuned to the struggles of others. Consider writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This simple practice can create a ripple effect, enhancing your ability to empathize and connect with those around you. Empathy also extends to the environment. Just as Freya cared for the earth, you must learn to care for your surroundings. Every tree, every river, every creature has its own story. When you begin to see the world as interconnected, you develop a deeper sense of responsibility. This is your 6th lesson: practice environmental empathy. Volunteer for local cleanup initiatives, support sustainable practices, and learn about the ecosystems around you. When you engage with nature, you'll find that it reflects the very principles of empathy, interdependence, and care. Let's now return to our shared experiences. Reflect on a moment where you faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. Remember the anxiety, the doubt, and the fear. In those moments, you likely wished for someone to validate your feelings, to offer understanding. This is what empathy provides: validation. When you express empathy toward others, you not only acknowledge their struggles, but also provide them with the assurance that they are not alone. This is your 7th lesson. Share your experiences and encourage others to share theirs. Build a community where stories are exchanged and burdens are lightened. As you journey forth, remember the importance of self-compassion. Freya embodies not only love for others, but also love for oneself. When you falter, when you stumble, do not be harsh on yourself. Instead, treat yourself with kindness. Speak to yourself as you would a dear friend. This is your 8th lesson: practice self-compassion. It is the foundation upon which you will build your capacity for empathy. The more you nurture your own spirit, the more capable you will be of extending that love to others.